Okay, what I'm hoping to accomplish tonight is, at the very least, to get some very basic power set up for the Applied Energistics 2 setup that I've kind of begun working on. I'm using the Prominence II mod pack. This is a multiplayer server with me and my church group. While everyone else is off doing their own things, I'm just going to stay in base and try to get this working. If this goes well, maybe we can bring this over to the main base so that everyone can benefit from this. Because as it stands right now, the main base's storage is a little complicated, a little scattered. Yeah. So as we can see, this is the main area that everyone comes through and drops stuff off at. So there's a lot of individual chests here, both for the individual players, as well as community chests for overall gear and armor and so on and so forth. So I kind of want to change this around a little bit. This has definitely worked out for the most part, and ultimately it's going to continue to work throughout the entirety of the rest of the game. However, I feel like we can do a little bit better with Applied Energistics 2. Now, personally, I'm not too fond of overly complicated mods, like tech-based mods. However, Applied Energistics 2 seems to be relatively straightforward. Admittedly, it took me a bit just to get this setup going, only because the group that I play with has been very active as of late, and we actually beat the Lich King about a night ago. So we're now free to level up beyond level 10. I've decided to go the prior or the priest route, and so I'm making a beeline straight for the high priest dedication, and then follow that up with the I don't even know what the title of this thing is. It's blocked off, cut off, and I can't scroll or do anything about that. And I've got no interest in changing my GUI settings right now. But anyways, for right now, while everything is nice and relaxing and peaceful, I'm going to take the opportunity to, again, get some power set up for Applied Energistics 2. From what I've been told and from what I have seen so far, the existing energy generators that come with Applied Energistics 2, not really that efficient at all and very limited. So I actually applaud the mod makers of AE2 because they understand the scope that they're working with and they stick to it. So I guess picking up along those themes, I suppose I'm going to be using the Powah mod pack or Powah mod to bring in power for AE2. I've been on the fence between using the Magmator, I think it's called. Yeah, the Magmator. There's also a few other options, but the other one that I've been heavily considering would be the solar panels. So yeah, it's the problem that I have is I would like to do the Magmators only because sorry about the rascal, he's around here somewhere. I have a preference for the Magmators over the solar panels for a few reasons. One of them being that I know that with Powah, we have the ability to transmit through ender cells, I believe, transmit data or transmit the power reserves in between the dimensions. So the magmator, which runs off of lava to generate power, those usually end up in the nether, because the magmators usually require a lot of lava to keep producing power. So naturally you want an infinite lava source. So that's why you see a lot of magmator builds in the nether. And so to transmit that power from the nether to the overworld, which would then hopefully power the AE2 mod, I'm going to have to, I'm not sure if it's the binding card or the ender cells that does this, but I do think ultimately we're going to have to rely on some type of ender-based technology to transmit that power across dimensions. So, with all that said, that's a lot more work. That's a lot more work to get started. Whereas with solar panels, we can just immediately get the solar panels and keep them in the overworld. I would most likely still get the lens of Ender, just to keep the surface level, clean and free from the potentially tons of solar panels that we might need to power the very basic AE2 system. So, and that's another thing, right? Like, I don't know how to transmit that data. So a binding card is used to connect to a player transmitter to a machinery that can wirelessly connect to each other and charge. So based off of that description, one quick fact, I don't know any of these mods. So I am learning, and through this process, I'm simply going to be verbalizing my thoughts, expressing my concerns, how my brain is working, and you are more than welcome to post any comments down below and instruct me, give me tips so I don't fall to become a victim to the same things that you fell a victim to when you were learning this mod pack. This or any mod within Prominence II. I'm also very much interested in all the mods 10. Yeah, I love Minecraft, but some of the mods can get a little crazy, But so I guess let me figure out if I'm just going to stick to the current dimension of solar panels. What do I need to transmit data from the solar panels, which I suspect I'm going to be placing a little ways away from everyone else, from them, the solar panels, to the base? I believe, it is still going to be the ender cells. So ender cells are energy transferring machinery that is wireless and will transfer through another ender cell using the same channel number. Each ender cell must contain an energy cell in order to function and store power. So in order to have an ender cell, we need an energy cell. And energy cells are just the bog standard blocks of batteries. There are batteries in Powah, but it seems like they are mobile or portable. I want this to be stationary. On top of that, I don't think Prominence II has any combat-oriented tech gear. So I'm not too worried about portable electronics or charging. Maybe in the future, If this group of ours ever gets to the end game, we can explore that option. But for now, focusing on what we know, let's go ahead and plan to use solar panels in the overworld, and we will attempt to get some very basic ender cells and energy cells. So what do I know I need for right now? What I know that I need is I need for an AE2 energy acceptor. And then I need Powah cell banks or energy banks. Energy cells, that's what they're called. Yeah. So let me start with that then. So here's the, here are the resources I'm starting off with right now. Yeah, here we are. Wait, hold on. Okay. So I need an energy acceptor. I do not like how the acronym or the shorthand of AE2 is not accepted in the EMI search bar, but that's fine. It's fine. These mod authors already do enough for us. This is all free, so I should not complain. Energy acceptor. And I guess I can make it flat. So here's what I need. I need 4 quartz glass and 4 ingots. What about quartz glass? Okay, it looks like I don't have a whole lot of that. I need now 5 quartz dust. And I do not have any quartz dust on me or here. So how about I take these 5 quartz crystals and throw them into this inscriber to have it be crushed. Yeah. Perfect. So now all that I need, I need to do this in this window. There we are. And now here's an energy acceptor, and I put that back in the workbench to make it flat. Okay, perfect. And so where do I want this to be located? That's a really good question, actually. I suppose. So here's the thing. How I believe this works is that obviously I need to have this connected to the controller in some fashion. I think if I just have some power cables, I could just put them all up here in this corner. But then the cable management will get even uglier. So that's, how do I even want to do this? Oh no. Okay. Tell you what, I have an idea. So I'm not expecting to see a lot of the Powah stuff. Like I don't expect to need to have access to it all the time, but I do expect to need access because I'm learning all these hard drives and all the limitations of them. I kind of want to maintain access to the power drives more than I maintain access to the Powah energy cells. So what I think is I use the back facing side of the controller to connect to the power banks here. And so with all that said, I guess what I can do is I'm just going to make it a full block here, the energy acceptor that is. That way we can just stack the ender cells, the energy cells top down. And again, I'm not going to need a whole lot of powerful energy cells either, primarily because this energy bank is if I get them up to standard, like I think the energy cells are just going to be enough of a buffer to keep things moving while the solar panels continue to generate their power. So I don't need a whole bunch of nitro level energy cells here. I just need a few standard or starter cells. So I think let's look at the resources that we will need to collect here for each of these tiers. So here we are. Okay, so for a starter cell, we can store a maximum of 40k Fe. And all that needs is iron ingots, some tiny basic capacitors, and a dielectric casing, which I have all the materials to do that right here and now. So that's easy. We can do that. But how far up can we go in this tech tree? So for a basic energy cell, which has about 4 times, or is as 4 times as effective as a starter cell, we need 2 starter cells and 6 iron ingots and a dielectric casing. That's not too bad. How about a hardened? Okay, now we're getting into some of the more interesting stuff. So we would need, not only will we need 2 starter cells, we would need 2 basic cells. So we'd essentially need to make, if I'm doing my very basic math here, we would need at least 4 starter cells to get all of this done. And you know what? That's easy to do. Yeah. Wait, no, we would need 8 starter cells. My bad. Yeah, so we'll make 8 starter cells. And we will just gradually, one by one, upgrade them to the hardened cell. That'll give us 400,000 Fe with roughly about 400 Fe per tick. And we're going to stack them one on top of one another. Now, I guess we might need to do them horizontally so that each energy cell has the ability to contribute its power individually. That way it's not limited to just 400 Fe a tick, right? So like, say if, again, these are stacked vertically like so, one after another, which I think it's just 3. Yeah, 3. Which means we might need 12 starter cells. Anyways, if we have 3 stacked on top of one another, they all have to feed through one another to get to the energy acceptor, right? That's logical, I think. So really, the I/O output input is going to be limited to the one that's connected here. So even though we have 3 separate energy cells, not all 3 of them will be able to communicate with the energy acceptor at the same time. So even though we should theoretically have roughly 1200 Fe per tick being transferred between the energy cells, unless we change how we want to plan this, we'll be limited to 400 Fe per tick. So I think the easiest thing to do would be to have a simple power cable running this way and the energy cells stacked here instead. That way the power connector can connect to each one independent of one another. And that way the real power pass through is tied to the power cable itself for applied energistics, which let's take a look. I don't believe there was a limit for it. Yeah, I don't believe there's a limit for it, so that's fine. And if for whatever reason the cables can't connect to the Powah energy cells, we'll just simply create multiple energy acceptors and just have them have them running down this way. Because, you know, that's clearly how it's supposed to work. It's fine. It'll be fine either way. No matter what we do, we'll be fine. We'll get it to work. So we just need 3. Okay, I do not like how it's set there. I'll be honest. I feel like I'm doing something wrong already. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Here, let me break this. No, it doesn't look like that's it. Okay, tell you what. Let's build the energy cells first and foremost, and then we'll come back to the connection points. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay. So let's start with 12 starter cells. So for this, we need we'll need 48 basic capacitors, which means we'll need 24 basic capacitors. Okay. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Hold on. So if we have, we'll need 6 redstone blocks to get this done. So do we have enough? Oh yeah, we should definitely have enough redstone here. Beautiful. All right. Okay, so with that done, I believe here, let me favorite this recipe. Oops, sorry. This recipe. And here we go. Boom. Okay, so now we have 24 basic capacitors. Put them in here for 2 times tiny capacitors. So now we have 48 tiny capacitors. And we will now need 12 dielectric casings. We have 5 so far. So oh, I need more iron ingots. Do I have any other iron ingots around here? This might be bad. This entire video would be kind of thrown off. But you know what? That's fine. The fun thing about Minecraft is it's literally... Oh, no. Okay, the video is saved. We are not going to have a little apocalypse here. Yeah, the great thing about Minecraft is you're able to just roll with the punches so easily. So there's 9, 10, 11. Whoops. Oh, I need one more horizontal, or vertical dielectric rod. Oh, now I need... Oh, no. I have just enough for this. All right, perfect. Looks like I had a few more capacitors in my inventory. Whoops. Oh, well. It is what it is. Okay, so with all of this done, what next do we need? we need a starter cell. Is that what it is? Yeah. Oh, interesting. It does not stack. Good to know. Okay, so now we need a basic energy cell. And for this... Oh, we don't even need to make the starter capacitors. Oh well, lesson learned. Yeah, so... now... Let's see, we have 12. So now we need 6 more dielectric casing. I will be upfront and say that if y'all are able to do the basic math alongside me, you will immediately realize that we do not have enough dielectric rods or dielectric paste to make any more dielectric cases or casings. We're also incredibly short on iron ingots, which it's only going to get worse and worse from here on out. So let's look for more iron ore or iron ingots. Here's some more. I do not know why I still have these in my inventory. Let's get them out of here. Can I put the second one? No, I can't. What a shame. Oh, hold on. What is this over here? Oh, steel block. Never mind. I'll take this. We'll also go ahead and take that. Take some of this. Okay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we have enough iron ingots, I imagine, to get through the basic energy cell. So let's get these iron nuggies taken care of real quick. I wonder, I have not yet had to melt or smelt horse armor before, so I don't know. Oh, hey, it's actually possible. Cool. Beautiful. All right. Okay, so anyways, we needed to make basic energy cells, and to do that we need more dielectric paste. And so the one that I like to use, I might need to change this around a little bit. I do have lava buckets. I have about 9 or 8 lava sources, so I should be okay. Here, let me go ahead and grab some more clay ball. No, actually, I should have enough clay balls. So let me go ahead and just grab the tanks here. Okay, we'll stick to 4 buckets of lava. Okay. There's 24. Another 24. And lastly, there we are. Beautiful. Okay, so now we need to make some dielectric rods, both vertical and horizontal. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. To do that, Daisy. Here we go. Admittedly, I do not know how many of each we will need. So, I'm just going to make plenty. Oh no. Oh, I need more iron bars. What a shame. Crisis averted. Okay, how about that? Let's see how far we can get with that. I am not sure why I am unable to not favorite this formula. I thought I already had it. Oh yeah, that's why I already have it favorited. Silly me. Tricks are for kids. Great. That's not going to be enough. I need at least another one. Perfect. Okay, so let's now make our basic starter cells. I, for one, understand what it means to be basic. I love waking up in the morning and grabbing a latte from my local chain coffee shop. And I get upset when it's not made right. It completely ruins my day. Jokes aside, we now have our basic starter cells. I forget what the next tier is. I think it's called hardened. Yes, it is called hardened. Cool. Excellent. So, in this case, I'm going to need 3 more dielectric casings. There's 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. All right, so here's where the fun begins, because now I need to make not only energized steel, but hardened capacitors. So let's start with the 4 energized steel. Using an energizing stand, I combined an iron ingot with a gold ingot to make energized steel. Here's a problem. How can I energize something if I don't have power to energize it? I have encountered an obstacle. Oh no. Well, I guess what I can do is I can temporarily get rid of this idea, quit my job, and move back in with my parents. Because life is just too difficult sometimes. That won't do. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to become mobile. I'm going to take the basic energy cells that I do have, and I'm going to make some solar panels. I'm going to set up a temporary Powah power station and energize what I need to get to the hardened tier, both for the solar panels and for the energy cells. So, with all that said, let's take this outdoors. Beautiful. See, I've got no problem with people on Reddit telling me that I need to touch grass. I think that's actually quite easy to do. You just open up Minecraft, your favorite mod pack, whichever one it is, and you just go outside. And you've got all the grass that you will ever need to touch right in front of you. Look at these lovely flowers. You can't get this level of detail in the real world. There's no point. There's no benefit. This is good. Uh-oh. It seems like there was a mutant creeper that was slain around here. Ominous. Oh well. Here we are. This'll be a good spot, I reckon. We're still within line of sight of the main base, but we're looking down on them as God intended. So, let's get set up. Now, because I have no idea what any of this actually does, and I don't have any scope or frame of reference for what 1 FE is, I'm just going to put down all 6 of these cells and hope for the best. And if I am unable to pick them up once we're done here, I very well might cry. Looks like there's a lot of different things happening. Okay. Cool. I know exactly what all this means. Great. But I will not tell y'all. I'll let y'all figure it out yourselves. Okay, so for solar panels, we will need a whole bunch of photoelectric panes. So how many do we need? Let's just start by saying that our end goal is to have, let's just say, 9 hardened solar panels. I have not done any math. I've not done any calculations. This could be too little, way too little. I don't know. It's 10:30 at night. I'm not making those calculations now. That is for nerds who don't have a job to go to in the morning. For me, I am just going to make progress. Oh, I need glass panes. How do I make glass panes? It's not telling me how to make glass panes. Do I put them in a woodcutter? No, it looks like all I do is I take 6 glass and put them in the crafting grid. Great, I left all my glass back at the base. Time to go back. I believe the glass is downstairs. Let's take a look. Yes, it is. I'm going to bring all the glass because I want to make as few trips as possible. With that in mind, hold on. Oh, never mind. With that in mind, let me also grab some lapis lazuli from my chests, because I imagine that I am going to need a lot of it. Perfect. All right. Now, back up we go. Oh no, I've lost my momentum. It's okay, we can get it back. Here we are. What a beautiful sunset. It looks like something's taking damage down there. Could just be yet another bug. After all, this is Minecraft. Bugs are quite normal. Let's see if my other friends are keeping watch of the night. Yes, they are. We are sleeping through night. Beautiful. If only it was that easy in the real world. But I guess maybe that's why you're listening to this video right now, to try to make it easy. I hope I am making it easy for you. All jokes aside, I really do. Anyways, solar panel. For solar panel, we need photoelectric panes. And again, we want to get up to hardened, but again, I am unable to get up to hardened because I need power and an energizing station to energize the materials that I need to increase my power production and storage. Catch 22, methinks. So, if I want to end up with 9 hardened solar panels, I will need 3 basic solar panels. And if I want 3 basic solar panels, I'm going to need at least 3 starter panels for each basic panel. So, simple math, 9 times... Crap, I can't do math. It's 10:30 at night. Oh well, we'll just do this one step at a time. Anyways, let's do some basic addition. Oh right, I need to make glass panes. Whoops. Let's do that now. Beautiful. Okay, so let me just go ahead and favorite this one. I'm a little confused. Oh, that's so nice of them. Oh, we need more dielectric paste. Oh no. Tell you what, I don't have a whole lot of lava, and I'd prefer to keep it all with me. How about instead, I just use the blaze powder? And, I think I'm going to need some more clay balls. So let me go back to base and get some more clay balls from the copper pans that are automatically, passively generating clay balls. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Beautiful sounds. Okay, so let's make some more dielectric paste. Or dielectric paste. Is it dielectric paste? Yeah, it's dielectric paste. So, we want this. Cool. Let's make all the paste that we can. Beautiful. It is very good looking. Anyways. Here, let's just go with 27. No, let me do 30. Because that's an even number, and everyone knows even numbers are the best numbers. Alright, so we have 30 photoelectric panes. Now, that means we are going to be making 10 solar panels. Did we make the wrong ones? Oh no, never mind. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, we need more capacitors. Tiny capacitors at least. So that's good. The downside, though, is that I think I am all out of redstone, which means this video is once again in jeopardy. I apologize, or I would apologize, but something tells me y'all are okay with the chaos. Oh, there's 1 stack of redstone. There's half a stack of redstone. One and a half stacks of redstone, and that's all I can afford. Lovely. That's okay, though. We'll do what we can with what we have. And I can just go out and mine some more redstone later on. Lovely. Oh, what is all this doing down here? Okay, there we go. Solar panels. Okay, so. Oh, right, I need to make this, don't I? Beautiful. Okay, something tells me I'm not going to have all the redstone that I need, but that's okay. Here, there we go. Okay, so we need 2 tiny capacitors per starter solar panel, which means we only need 1 capacitor per starter solar panel. So because we are going to have 10 starter solar panels, we only need 10 capacitors. Beautiful. This is why you need to stay in school, kids. So you can do basic math in Minecraft. There's no other benefit. Oh, whoops. Let me do this the right way the first time around. Something tells me we don't have enough of something. Oh, look at that. We're out of dielectric casing. What is my life? Oh, we're out of iron ingots. This video is now over. See you soon. Goodbye.